Well, hello, Robert Heffernan with Endotech, AI for FinTech. This is BlockChain Vitals. It's our daily segment. And, whoa, how things can change in a week. Incredible times we're living through. You know, I say this and I don't, the Chinese have an old saying, and it goes something like, do you want to know what it's like to live through interesting times, or something to that effect? And the answer is you don't want to. You'd rather not live through interesting times. Well, these certainly are interesting times, and just incredible amount of anxiety and pain being distributed out there. Oh my goodness! And let's do the rounds. Doing the rounds, my chance to talk about what's going on. Usually a tweet or a headline, but all headlines now for the foreseeable future are going to be COVID-19 headlines. And as there's incredible asset correlation, and for me, the bottom in crypto from a fundamental side seems to be, it's got to get to a point where nobody needs their money out of crypto because they're leveraged and they need that money for some other margin. So people are going to cash across the board. And then you're going to be left with the people that believe in the long-term impact that crypto and blockchains are going to have, and they're going to stick with it. And you got to decide for yourself where you are in that camp. I think you can move to the sideline and get back in. For me, it's pretty clear now. Obviously, we're in lower momentum. You know what? Let's take the vitals and talk about it. Taking the vitals, my chance to talk about actual price discovery, what is going on from a pricing standpoint. And right now, Bitcoin trading a 53.12, jumping around 53.12 through 53.05. Depending on where you're getting your price discovery from. Anyway, 53.05 last, now firmly in lower momentum on the daily. That's 60.55, so hell and gone from there. And actually now fairly far away from the weekly levels, and we talk weekly levels all the time here. 68.56 lower mo on the weekly for Bitcoin. Room down to 4,045. Interestingly, last week's low, hold on. Last week's low was 4,000 even. So now we're going to have a collar into the low. Generally, that's one of my favorite places to jump in on panic. Re-entering a collar level on a longer-term chart into a double bottom. Generally, I really like that. Unfortunately for me, though, there is a lot more room, as far as I'm concerned, to test previous levels, and I just don't think that this thing shakes out in a week or 2 weeks. I think, we're looking at 4 to 6 weeks for this thing to shake out. And so much lower levels, I think, are important in Bitcoin. And let's go through them. The quarterly momentum level, 34.24. The October 2018 low was 32.15. And then the monthly collar is all the way down at 1,022. So 1,022, 1175 was the October of 2013. 1175 was that high. Now these guys, again, we're talking multiple percentages here, but that's what don't shoot the messenger, please. That's just what the numbers tell you. And when things go bananas, you got to fractal out and you got to look at those long-term price areas. And then you got to, for me, the most important part of this analysis is leverage. What kind of leverage are you going to use? You buy it now at 5,294 with no leverage. Well, that's the most you can lose. And when you leverage up, obviously, you have to be more precise because there's more money at risk. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing in Bitcoin. Ether right now last 122.50 in Ether, 122.50, 134 lower momentum on the weekly, 134.55, room down to $38.67. Now, I know we did this exercise before on the last washout, and although we didn't get down to weekly collars, there are important levels to keep in mind, obviously. Right now, Litecoin trading, 35.99 Litecoin, 35.99. Lower momentum on the weekly, 42.66. Room down to $15.39. That's lower momentum collar on the weekly. EOS last trading. How do we lose EOS? 203. 257 lower momentum on the weekly. 203 last, room down to 85 cents. Lower momentum collar on the weekly. BNB trading $10.19. Lower momentum on the weekly is $13.09. Room dollar $4.73 is the collar. XTZ again outshined on the rally, and when you 152 last, it hasn't even gained its lower momentum level on the weekly. That's at 131. So holding up a heck of a lot better than the rest. Again, 131 lower momentum on the weekly in XTZ, and not enough price discovery. The collar is, I call it stew, like Stugatz, like zero, below zero. So hate to think that, but that's what the chart is on the weekly anyway, because there's not near enough price discovery yet for XTZ. And XLM replacing ADA on our sheet anyway. XLM last 03.73. Lower momentum on the weekly 04.42. Room down to 01.99 XLM. And let's just cover ADA because it was in there last week. ADA trading 02.65 last. Lower momentum on the weekly 03.29. Room down to 00.96. Lower momentum collar on the weekly. Interesting times for sure we are living through here. Please, more importantly than any trading ever in my life has been paying attention to health and taking care of each other, your friends, your family. Please, please, please heed the warnings and practice social distancing. Please be safe. At the end of the day, that's what we need here is just to, we got to lay low, man, bunker down, stay safe, and I'll be back next week for another segment of Blockchain Vitals. Thank you so much. Be disciplined, trade the numbers, and forget the rumors. All right, thank you so much for watching.